If you operate with the mentality that things are inherently owed to you by virtue of who you are and nothing else, you will die. You will either be preyed upon or you will starve to death. People who are entitled are often taken advantage of. Like, if you think you are entitled to people just being fair to you, like, no one is ever going to scam me. Why? Why would anyone do that? I'm me. Guess what? You're gonna get scammed. If you were to start a business and you're like, man, everybody should be buying my stuff. I mean, it's me who's making it. I'm the guy behind this. Again, if you just think people owe you support or sales, even if it's your friends and family, if you just think they owe that to you, your business is not going to go anywhere. For some reason, people only seem to understand this when they're doing job applications. Like, there's no one who's ever just submitted a CV, like, just sloppily, like, man, these people they're gonna hire me. Oh, actually, there are people who do that, but they never get hired. The people who know that they're going to get hired or know that they need the job put the work in to make their CV presentable. They prep for their interviews and they go in looking polished. They don't just go in like, man, y'all need to hire me, man. Look at me, look. Come on, man. It doesn't matter how I present myself. It's what's on the inside. You understand me? Never mind if my CV was covered in feces. Nah, dog. You need to F with your boy, man. Fucks with your boy, man. No, that doesn't happen at any point during the selection process. Like, people who are out in the world and actually doing things, job applications, people who are serious entrepreneurs, people who are like serious about anything that they're doing in life, know that things are not just going to come their way by virtue of who they are or who they know. It's all about the effort, the grind, and what they put in. And I wanted to speak on entitlement on both sides. There's the people who create things, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the job seekers, or the companies that make things. And there's also entitlement on the consumer side. So there's producers who, or wannabe producers who feel entitled to things, and there's also consumers who feel entitled to things. So I want to speak on both. And I'll start with the producers. People who believe they are owed support or that they are owed sales in some capacity. Like, I have this idea, therefore it should be successful because it's me and I know these people, so they should buy from me. No, bro. If you operate from that sense of entitlement that people should buy your product just because of who you are, you're not going to be successful. I've seen a lot of people get frustrated because their friends, their family only support them initially. They might give them their first couple of sales, whatever business you're talking about. It might be you're selling perfumes. You know, your mom there's only so many perfume bottles she's going to buy until, like, she can't use all of them in a given time period. There's only so many she'll buy, and there's only so much money she has to give to buy those perfumes, right? And there's only so many that she can use. So at some point, even your mom is not going to be buying all that many perfume bottles. Same goes with the rest of your friends. They may not even be interested in smelling good. So you have to detach yourself from these guys owe me sales. Nah. They might buy something in the beginning because they support you, but you have to look outside of that. Is your customer service good? Is your marketing good? Are you making other people aware that you have these products? Do not feel entitled to support. You need to actually have 1, a good product, 2, good marketing, 3, a good system around you so that you can do your customer support and customer service and all that. You need to make sure the systems you have in place are solid, the product is solid, and that your marketing is solid, just so that people know that you are out there. And that's the side of the producers. Do not get entitled to people's money or support or what have you. Do not fall into that trap. You have to become good at what you do. And there's also entitlement on the consumer side, which I see a lot of recently in Malawi especially, where we have our complaints about the entertainment industry, like, oh, the production value sucks, and oh, why can't we make better shows? Well, here's the thing. There's an economic reality that you have to accept, and that is you get what you pay for. Now, if all these shows are free and you are not willing to pay for the things that you consume, don't expect the things that you consume to be good. This is a little bit different than the entitlement I was talking about for the entrepreneurs and the creators. See, if you're a creator and you are making things and people are actually coming for the things, but only when they're free, you're in a bit of a pickle, right? Because you don't have proof of concept that the thing actually makes money, but you are continuing to make the thing because you want to be good to your audience, I suppose. And it becomes difficult. There's a certain ceiling you're going to hit because better production value requires a larger investment, and that investment requires people to buy the product. So there is a little bit of a ceiling. You can make things only so good before you now have to start paying for things, be it the equipment, be it better script writers, be it video editors, or what have you. There are different elements that you need to put some money behind it before you can get better. But if you are in a marketplace where people don't pay for things, it's very hard to push past that ceiling, isn't it? So the consumers who are not paying for things but feel entitled to production levels of like a Netflix or a Universal Studios, where there are actually paying consumers who are responsible for the budget being that big. Like, the investors know that they're going to get their money back. That's why they put the money in, so that the production value increases, right? But in Malawi, with the entertainment sector, there are not any investors putting money behind these creators, because they're not going to get their money back, because you don't pay for the consumption of the entertainment. You watch it on YouTube, but you're not going to subscribe on Netflix if that show were on Netflix. But you get what I'm saying. You're not going to pay the creators the money that they require for the product to get better. So, I mean, you have to make a choice. You have to either start paying for something. Someone has to pay for it. You either have to start paying for a product, or you accept that you get what you pay for, which is nothing. So the product is also not going to be, it's not going to be that great. You have to accept that there's that economic reality. Do you want great, beautiful art, or do you want to get what you paid for? Choice is yours.
Last year, I gave away everything I owned and hopped on a plane to the United Kingdom. My name is Black Isco, and I'm a hip-hop artist. And this is my story.
I left home with nothing, all I had was a reason. 100 pounds in cash and a plan to believe in. I'm better under pressure, so I splash in the deep end. Hey! I'm a walking paradox, like the son of man with gun in hand. Rugged with the thuggin', I'd spark a butt up in Buckingham. Call me, call your bluff, I don't blink for less than 100 grand. Understand, I've been around money like a rubber band. Growing every year, and my style's getting colder. The sharper cat, the record business drive messing over. I'm here for justice, but it's like the trial's never over. They profit off our trauma like we're child rebel soldiers.